Oh, welcome back. It's been another busy week. All the wedding preparations. I will be so happy in 2 weeks when we get married. Yeah, obviously, love of my life, but I'll be happy we don't have to keep doing wedding preparations. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so busy week. This is Saturday evening here in the Phils, and just left mom and dad's house, Christine's mom and dad. But I love them people so much, they might as well be my mom and dad. Yeah, great people. Christine's out with her best friend tonight. Her best friend just had her birthday yesterday, and happy birthday, sis. Great lady. I love Judy. She's going to be getting married soon herself to an American. She's in the process of getting her K-1 visa. She was in Alaska with her fiance just recently. Right after I got here, she was still here. And by the way, today marks 3 weeks that I've been here. I got here 3 weeks ago. It feels like I've been here forever. It just feels that natural. There are things that I'm getting used to still. Christine and I will do a video about that. What I've learned, what she's learned about each other. I figure she hasn't been on the channel really. Just seen glimpses of her, but we're gonna try and sit down and do a little glimpse or a little side-by-side talk with each other. Let you guys meet her. She's just the most incredible woman. I am just so blessed. Actually, I'm doubly blessed. Not only have I got the love of my life, but I've got a family that I just love more every day. And you guys all know who you are. I love y'all. And so we went on Tuesday or Wednesday, I can't remember. And we got a mani-pedi. I had never had a mani-pedi before, but Christine wanted to go get one, so sure, why not? We figured, let's see if I can drive in the Philippines, and I did. Yeah, okay, so I broke my cherry. I drove in the Philippines. Nothing too bad. I gotten a feel for the traffic and things, so here's a little clip of what she recorded. She was just so thrilled to see me finally drive and not be a passenger.
My baby's driving in the Philippines. How's your driving experience, hon?
It's like driving. It's not like I've never operated a vehicle before. Just not this one. I don't know how to turn the AC on, but hey, we're almost there.
Shucks, I forgot to turn it on.
Huh?
I forgot to turn the AC on. I think we had the heater on, but not the AC.
Oh, yay.
Stupid me.
God, this thing's got about a 40-pound spring on the throttle.
Okay, go ahead and tell Dad, okay?
No. Sure he knows.
Nope, he doesn't drive this thing.
Alright, so just past the guard shack.
Well, I just think you need to turn a U-turn, to make a U-turn.
Yeah. This windshield, I can't hardly see out of it.
Because it's dirty.
I need to get some glass cleaner and clean this thing.
Maybe you can turn the left now. Yay.
Ow. Can we park there?
Yep.
Oh, good. Oh. Not gonna hit that bike, am I?
Nope. Thank you. May gwapo asawa.
Yeah. And then on Wednesday night, I started getting a little bit of a bug. Started getting a cough, congestion, really. I mean, it feels like a dry cough, but I could feel it gurgling in my lungs. So something was going on. That's affected me for a few days. So I wasn't really up to doing a whole lot. Thursday, basically, I laid around the Airbnb. I call it the apartment. And I laid around here all day, dozed and things. I just wasn't feeling 100%, but you know, these kind of things I knew that was going to happen. Most expats, when they come here, they experience different bugs, and it takes a little while for their system to get accustomed to it and learn how to fight it off. But on Friday, we decided anytime I need to go somewhere, I seem to have to arrange for a ride with somebody. I could use their vehicles, but I don't feel comfortable every day driving their vehicles, so I prefer still to get rides. But I've been on two wheels for a good portion of my life, so I'm a fairly accomplished motorcyclist. I have a great big Harley Limited back home, and I love taking that thing out and cutting up the roads and things. It's a big old machine. It's 500 kilos. Look it up. And yeah, I just love cutting around in that Harley. I don't get enough time because prior to me coming here, I was working a lot. And now that I'm retired, got to sell the beast. When I go back, that's what's happening. So I got thinking I could ride a motorcycle here. They seem to have a lot more lenience, and they get around a little better here in the Philippines. So we went out looking at motorcycles. I'd done a little research. I wanted something in the 400 to 500 cc range. Here in the Philippines, you need a 400 cc minimum to get on the expressways. And we've got family up north of Manila in Pampanga, and there's a good possibility I may move there. We're still scouting, but you know, I'd really like to go up there and scout, but trying to get everybody on board so we can go there, yeah, it's like trying to herd chickens with a stick. So I decided, well, if I had my own bike, me and Christine, we could just jump on it and go at our leisure. So I started researching bikes. I had several in mind, and we went to several motorcycle dealerships on Friday. We also had Mom's foreman driving us around, and he knew of some properties that we should go check out. So I'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, we went motorcycle shopping Friday towards the early part of the day, and then we went on our little adventure. But see what I found in the motorcycle department. Okay, so Kawasaki Eliminator. I don't know much about them, but I'm very interested. It's a 450 two-cylinder. Very comfortable. Nice and low for my short legs. 380. I got the special edition, the satin black. It's got a few little features that come from the factory, but it's 20K more. So I'm kind of really interested in this. I was looking at this Bajaj over here. It's a Kawasaki Bajaj. It says right on there, Kawasaki. That's a 400. It's a single cylinder, and that one is dirt cheap. It's 203. It's a little bit taller, and the foot pegs are just a little too far back for my legs. When I put my legs down, they get right on there. Where this one, the foot pegs are a little bit farther forward, so my legs come down naturally right here. Well, bike shopping. Hey. So this is a 2023 Dominaire, Bajaj, Kawasaki. But this one here has the handguards, has somewhat of a windshield, and a rack in the back. So put a box on there. Plus it comes with this little itty bitty backrest just to keep your passenger from sliding out. And this one here is 200, basically 209. We have several of those Dominaires. So, we got a fairly decent supply of them. So it's not like they're going to be out of them. And then I looked at the KTM 390 Duke. And again, I'm vertically challenged. So I was just tiptoe. Barely could touch the ground from that seat. But then it's an adventure bike. It's pretty tall. It's $338. Actually, the sale price is $228. Divided by 55, and they have several of the 390 Adventures. They're a pretty nice bike, but I'm afraid that I'm just a little too short-legged. And then I also looked at the 390 Duke. It's a little bit more of a sport bike, but it's got the same seat height as the Adventure. So yeah, you can get it in orange or the silver, I guess. But the Adventures pretty much all look alike. They're like that. And again, this one over here. Bike shopping. It's a lot of fun. I'm still really inclined on the Kawasaki. It's Eliminator. So we'll see what I end up with, if I end up with anything. The Kawasaki is right at the top of my price range that I budgeted for myself, and the Bajaj Kawasaki Dominaire is only, like I say, $209,000. Again, do the math, divide by 55. Not bad. But the Kawasaki was so much lighter, very nimble. I was flat-footed. My legs weren't even straight. Okay, let's see what we end up with. The Kawasaki, really, I had not even looked into that. I just figured it's a Japanese bike. It's going to be too expensive. Yeah, it's pretty expensive. It's 300. Well, the first dealership we went to, they said that that bike was 380,000 pesos. I had the numbers written down, but Christine's got the numbers. It was about $6,400 US. $6,600 is 380. Sorry, and that's kind of a wild guess. But we went to, and it was a beautiful bike. I felt so comfortable on that. My little short legs, they could hit the ground flat-footed. The bike was light, under 400 pounds. I think it weighs 171 kilos, so that's, what, 386 pounds or something like that. It's under 400 pounds. It's light, it felt nimble. I didn't test drive it because I was just scouting for bikes. There was another one that's made in India by Bajaj. I like saying that word. Kawasaki came in and bought them out, and this dealership we were looking at, they sold a lot of Kawasaki's. So they had the Bajaj. I was interested in the Dominaire 400, but I sat on it. Yeah, I could get flat-footed, but the pegs, the foot pegs, were too far back, and my natural drop of my legs when I put my feet down was right where the pegs are. So I knew that was going to be an irritation. It could interfere, so I passed on that. Great price, 203,000 pesos, which is like about $3,500. I mean, it was unreal. I really wish that there was some way to move those pegs forward about 6 inches. Man, I'd jump on that. Another one I was interested in was the CF Moto. Awesome bike. But that one had even farther forward pegs. It's cruiser. It was 450cc. Heard nothing but good about CF Moto. Yeah, made in China, but I've seen their side-by-sides. I've driven their side-by-sides. I almost bought one, the 900, and I was really impressed with how strong it was and just how smooth it ran. So that one, yeah, I mean, we're looking at under 300K. Yeah, I mean, it was a good price, and it's beautiful. But it had just too small of a pillion, the passenger pad on the back, and they don't have any upgrades to get a bigger one. So I have to pass on that one. That kind of hurt because I really wanted that CF Moto. They got good horsepower and everything. But anyway, another one I was interested in was the KTM 390 Adventure. Awesome bikes. They've got great reviews. Everybody that's had one has just touted them to the highest level. And around here, the majority of my riding would be on the road, but occasionally you find a dirt road or you find one that's under construction. You got a stretch of gravel. You know, an adventure bike would handle that a lot better than a street bike. So there are some other things that we're planning. Well, we've been talking about, so we don't know yet. But if we do a tour of the Philippines, there may be a lot of places that are dirt roads. The Adventure KTM 390 would probably be the smarter bike. However, I'm vertically challenged. Now I'm 5'9", so I'm not tiny, but I'm not a 6-footer or 6'1" or whatever. And I have short little legs. The majority of my height is in my torso, and I have short legs. Yeah, that's what she said. Anyway, I could tiptoe on it, but I wasn't able to stand flat-footed. Now, one of the other YouTubers, Texas Filipino, great guy, he just got one, and he was telling me, well, hey, they offer lowering kits for it. So we went back today, and I asked the dealer, I says, can you put the lowering kit on this bike and get it down? I says, I'll buy it right now. Oh, sorry, sir, we don't have that. You will have to get aftermarket. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I wasn't too happy with this dealership. It was the second dealership we went to, and when we went there yesterday on Friday, they says, yes, sir, we have the Kawasaki Eliminator 450, but it's in the back. It's not on the showroom. Okay, well, the showroom space is kind of limited. I could see that. And I told them, I says, okay, so I'll come back tomorrow and I'll buy the bike. It was 360,000 pesos. There is what they quoted me. And that's the standard suggested retail price, SRP. You'll hear that a lot over here. The SRP. Back in the States, we hear MSRP. Manufacturer says, yeah, whatever. Anyway, we went back there today. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. It's at the Commonwealth store. The Commonwealth store is all the way across Manila. Yeah. I says, but I thought you had one in the back. Well, sir, I thought we did, but it wasn't there. Yeah. Okay. You get used to these things in the Philippines. But they were unloading a bike. They had two bikes on the back of a flatbed when we pulled in, and one of them was a yeah, thank Jerry. Okay, a Benelli. What do they call it? Imperiale 400. Change number 437. We just got here, and as we got here, they were rolling this Benelli, this brand new 2023 Benelli 400. Imperiale 400. They were just rolling this off of the truck when we got here. Now, this is 235, I believe, versus the 360 on the Kawasaki. And they don't have the Kawasaki here. Yeah, we were told yesterday it was in the back, and then she looked today. Oh no, it's over in Metro. I'm not running all the way over to Metro to get it. So this is dirty and things, but hey, I sat on it. I'm flat-footed. It's got a much bigger seat there for Chris. Got these grab handles, but those will probably go bye-bye because you get some saddlebags on here. But it's got the bars on there, so you can just hang saddlebags on there. Change 435. I think this is only single cylinder, and it doesn't have all the high-tech features, but you're not paying for all the high-tech features. And since it just came off, geez, somebody's really happy with their horn. Since it's just come off the truck, they still need to air up the tires, and they got to clean it up and things. But I'll come back Monday, and we'll see how this thing works. You know, Benelli's been around for almost 100 years, so it's not like a fly-by-night company. I really like the CF Moto, but they don't offer aftermarket seats, and it didn't have enough seat for Christine to put her Poet on. Look it up, Poet. All right. Well, I guess Monday we'll see. Cool. Price was 235 pesos. No, take that back. 325 pesos. 325,000 pesos. Awesome. That's a lot less than 360. So it was dirty. It'd been, set in a warehouse somewhere, and birds had been in there. And yeah, okay, you know what birds do. I cleaned it off a little bit, and I went and sat on it, and the tires were just about flat, and it was hard to turn the steering wheel. I noticed that they had set the handlebars too far forward. When you look at the brake reservoir and it's tilted forward, you get the handlebars set too far forward. So I told him, I said, just undo the 4 bolts, move it back until that's level, and then it'd be the right reach for me. Oh, sir, I don't think we can do that. What? It's a 5-minute job. You loosen 4 bolts, you move the handlebars back, you tighten them down. Not even 5 minutes. If I had my tools and I was at home, I could probably do it in less than 5. But anyway, so we went back and forth about that. This dealership, I'm not going to mention their name, but they're here in Cainta, and they're a big KTM dealer. Yeah, but they obviously don't know about the lowering kits for the 390 Adventure. Now I'd buy that thing in a heartbeat. It's 338,000 pesos. Good price, less than what you can get it in the States. But KTM is made in the Philippines, and there are a couple of motorcycles that are made here in the Philippines. KTM being one of them. Kimco was another one. Now I fell in love with the Kimco scooter, the Exciting 400. I just thought, man, this scooter can do everything. It's 400cc. Thing's got a top speed of 137 kilometers an hour. Do the math, Google it, you can figure it out. That's moving along. It's not the most powerful machine, and it's CVT transmission, but I don't need a whole lot of power, just something that's big enough for Christine and I to ride on. They had that at this dealership, and I was all excited. Oh, exciting, excited, whatever. Anyway, the Exciting 400 was there, and I went and got up on it, took it off the center stand, tiptoes. It's got an 800 millimeter seat height. So again, another dream dashed, and that was 369,000 pesos. So it was even more than the Kawasaki. But I have to pass on that. Why am I getting a bike? Like I said, it would be so much easier to just, if we need to go somewhere, just jump on it and go. The accessories and things for it, I will get those at a later date. Now I was kicking around the Benelli for a while, and then I looked at the specs. For a 400cc, which is actually 373 cc's, it's got 21 horsepower. Ooh. You know, there's 250cc bikes that make more than that all day long. The Kawasaki 450, it's 451 cc's, 52 horsepower. That's respectable. I was watching some videos. It's got a 0 to 60 speed, or if you're in the Philippines, 0 to 100 kilometers speed, 4.19 seconds. That's pretty quick for a small bike like that, for a small engine. I don't think there would be any problem getting up to speed on the NLEX or the SC Techs, or even the S-Lex, depending on where we want to go. We want to tour. Once I get moved over here and we get settled into a place, we want to go tour the Philippines. We want to see all the islands. It's easy to catch a ferry from one island to the next. It's a roll-on, roll-off. Put your bike on there, you pay the ticket, you get on with it, you get to the next island, you ride it off. You do that with cars, you do that with scooters. It costs a little bit more, but you don't have to worry about transportation. So that was something that we've been kicking around. It's something I would really like to do. If I'm going to be on a life's journey, let's have a journey. So it's something that we're kicking around. But we'll probably tour Luzon first. And the reason being is there's a lot of places close to Cainta that Christine has never been. She's pretty much been a homebody. She's only been a few places. She's been to Pampanga, obviously. She's been to Baguio, beautiful place, from what I've been told. I'd like to go, but just try to arrange everybody to have time to can go do that. Anyway, it's in the mountains. It's up north, and they call it summer capital of the Philippines. But getting transportation is kind of hard to do. So the video kind of went into overtime. I'm going to apologize for that. I haven't even gotten to the rest of what we did on Friday. I will do that in the next video. We saw some of the most incredible country you could imagine. We went up to Tanay. Again, it's over that way. You see Antipolo here behind me. It's farther south and farther east from Antipolo. Incredible. I will show you that on the next video. Again, I apologize for the length of these videos. There are just so many things going on. I love you all, and I'll catch you on the next one.